Well, hi folks, thanks for clicking the link. So the big question is England worth the trip? Well, I think it is, just for a good fish and chips, to be fair. But at the end of the day, it's our motherland. We're going back, and we're going back tomorrow. So we intend to visit some amazing places, catch up with some brilliant people. We know there's some great food, so it's a trip we're really looking forward to. So if England is of interest to you, maybe you're thinking of going, maybe that's where you're from, stick around. This should be an interesting one. So just by way of a quick explanation to anyone new to the channel, my name's Carl and my wife's Angie. We're originally from the northwest of England, but 18 years ago we moved to Perth in Western Australia, where we've since travelled extensively. In this trip we go back to the northwest of England to see what's changed. We are travelling from Perth in Western Australia via Doha to Manchester and then on to our destination. So enjoy. So we made it to the airport. We had a little bit of a palaver just at bag check, didn't we? It's for some weird reason the expiry date on my passport came up about 40 years later than it should have done. Anyway, it turned out to just be a glitch. They corrected it, so all good there. So we're just going through to departures. If you've never been to Perth Airport before, it's quite a lovely modern airport, and the sort of procedure to get in is very automated. Everything's electronically scanned, so it's all nice and smooth. So we'll show you departures now. Okay, so this is part of departures. It's only fairly small once you come in through into departures, but at the end of the day you just want to get on with your trip, don't you? So we're at gate 51, and this is where you drop down into the departure part of the building. Nice and quiet today, which is good. This is our gate, number 51. So we'll just find a comfy seat for a bit and settle down. These will do, eh? Take your pick. And there she is, the light of my life, mother of all my children. So Angie spoke to her mum last night, who is extremely excited about getting a real life hug. Yeah. Isn't she? Which will be nice, and I'll see my mum and dad, and we're staying at my brother's house, which should be good. So anyway, we've got a bit of chilling to do now while we wait to be squashed into a little metal tube for a few hours. I've got my sleeping pills at the ready. I'm hoping to sleep all the way through till the point where they wake me up and say, "You're going to have to get off now, sir. Everybody else has exited the plane." What do you think's the chances? Pretty slim, I'd say. I might watch a couple of movies. No, I want to sleep the whole thing. I know you do. So it is surprisingly quiet in the airport. I mean, it's not generally crazy busy in Perth, is it? But surprisingly quiet today. Just whilst I've got a minute just to update you, part of the reason that we have suddenly decided to take Handlebars and Holidays International was really because I went to see the knee specialist, and as it turns out my knee is, the technical term is knackered. So that means I am now waiting for a knee replacement. The problem there is we have private health cover, but our level of private health cover doesn't cover for a knee replacement. Everything up to a knee reconstruction, but not an actual replacement. So we have had to up our insurance cover, and basically now we've got to wait a year. 12 months. Would you call that a grace period or what? I don't know. Anyway, I've got to wait 12 months. So it basically means plodding on as we have been doing for the last 18 months, really, I suppose, with the knee being as it is. So it means there's nothing imminent for a while. So we thought, we haven't been over to the UK for a while. The longer we leave it, the worse the weather's going to be getting, because we really needed to go over this year. So we thought it's the ideal opportunity to go over, see how the place has changed, and try and give anybody who's maybe thinking of going to the portion of the UK that we're going to go to, whether you fancy the idea. And people might not know what it's like to do a long flight like this. It's effectively 24 hours, more or less, from door to door. So we'll try and we'll certainly take you along with us and try and give you some sort of insight into what the whole procedure is like.
Some lovely places at the other end.
Yeah, we'll be planning to visit some lovely places, so it should all be pretty interesting. So anyway, we'll chill for a bit, see you when we get on the plane. I've just thought of something else that I'm going to show you, which is an absolute blinder for anybody doing long haul international travel. Have a look at this. This thing is what they call an Airhawk seat cover. They're predominantly seen on motorbikes, and it's like an inflatable cushion. There is a little valve somewhere. I can't remember where the valve is, but there is a little valve somewhere. You can put a little bit of air in it. Now, there's the little valve, and you literally unscrew that. You can just blow into it. You just put a little bit of air in it, and it's like separate little pockets inside. And then we had these sheepskin covers made to go over the top, and that on your plane seat makes the whole sort of 16-hour flight, I think it's 17 hours, isn't it? It makes the whole thing a lot more bearable, because those blooming plane seats don't half start to feel like they're made out of concrete after a few hours. That makes a world of difference. So we've got one of those each. We've had them for a few years, and we would not travel without them, would we? No. They were actually quite expensive, to be honest. If you go on the Airhawk website, I think they're the ones that the truckies use in the road trains and things like that, because it's just a big rectangle, really, but it fits nicely on a plane seat, and it makes an absolute world of difference. So yeah, they're really good. I reckon after about 10 hours flight, we could probably sell those on the plane for $1,000 each.
I don't think you'd give it up.
I don't think I would, to be honest. I don't think I'd sell it for $1,000. But yeah, if you travel a lot, get one of them. Really good. Just watch people's eyes pop out the head when you pull it out your hand luggage and nestle into it on the plane. It's quite good. But yeah, well worth the money. Oh, we're boarding. Thank you. Straight past business class, unfortunately. Straight into cattle class. It's just showing you what you could have had. Right to the back. Oh, it's a long plane. And here we are. So we've just found out the plane's almost empty. There's loads of room, which is great. We can spread out. Check this out. Plane's nearly empty. That makes life a bit more comfortable. Tons of room.
Enjoy the fastest.
And we're off. I tell you what, if the planes were always this empty, this would be no hardship whatsoever. It's an 11-hour and 5-minute flight, and we've just got, or it will have, tons of room. We're sat right next to each other here for takeoff. But there's basically nobody all around us. Pretty much everything's empty. There's no one in front, so nobody's going to recline. This is ideal. So that was a pretty good flight. It was great with it being so quiet, and apparently the next one will not be quiet. So one of the stewards has just said. Beautiful, clean, modern airport. So there you go. This is a bit of Doha, which is Hamed, I think it is, International Airport, which is very posh. We've just gone through the baggage check bit there. This woman's followed me again.
I'm in front of you, mate. Following's behind.
How cool is that?
Like at the dining table.
Oh yeah, look at that down there. How wicked. This has changed a bit since we were last here.
Yeah.
And into the shops. Absolutely beautiful airport. That's amazing.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. Fantastic that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, this is a bit cool. Check that out. Massive wall of water. And it is real water. I thought it might have been just an effect, but no. It's real. Okay, so we just had a little way up of times and things, and we've got 3¼ hours to pass here now before we leave here for Manchester. So I think we've got in about half an hour earlier than we should have done, so it's dragged it out a little bit, but yeah, 3¼ hours now. But there's plenty to look at here. That's a little bit fancy. Is that Aston Martin? Yeah, Aston Martin. Very nice. It's a bit swish. Very nice. How the other half live? Angie said that's not BYD then. So we're thinking it might be time for a coffee. Or a hot chocolate. I think I saw a chocolatier down there somewhere. Well, this is very nice. The quest for coffee goes on, but we think we're getting warmer. Absolutely massive airport. So flash. Okay, so we decided to just have 2 hot chocolates, which, of course, you don't know the exchange rate, do you? So it was 70 of their Qatarian money, whatever that is, which worked out at $29.50 for 2 hot chocolates. So that's about £15, or basically $30 for 2 hot chocolates. That's a rip-off. They better be good. Well, unfortunately, I've got to say that was a massive mistake, because that is probably the worst hot chocolate I think I've ever had. It's like pure sugar. It's like loads and loads of hot chocolate powder and water. It's just sugar. It's yeah, I think that can go down in history as being the most expensive shit hot chocolate of all time. So what about this fella? There you go, he's a big lad. That's massive, absolutely massive. It's a bit like going down Blackpool Illuminations, going down here. I think our sleeping pills are just about kicking in now. We've got off the bloody plane, aren't they? So we're at the gate and just waiting to be boarded onto the second flight. Getting a little bit tired now.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
And we are like,
And it's still going. Yeah, it's battling on. It's all good. Here we go. Through to the plane. So we've made it on board, but the plane is certainly full. It's a lot busier, this one. It's just the last few people, but basically plane's full. Feeling a bit more squishy. So we're off the plane. That last flight, which is a shorter one, seemed quite long. Yeah, it was a bit of a drag, that one, and very squashed. But we're off finally, and just got to get through all the rest of the palaver now and out and find my brother. Well, my brother's got to find us, because at the moment I don't seem to have any reception on my phone, which I should have, but it doesn't seem to have worked. Anyway, we'll see. So we found him. We had a bit of a palaver with the phone. My phone's still not working. I had to borrow a guy's phone in the airport, but we found my brother. This is my brother Paul. And we're on our way to your. I presume we're going straight to your house, are we? Or to Mum's, right? Going to Mum's. So yeah. Unfortunately, the weather is kind of what we expected. Apparently, it's been quite nice for the last few days, so just a bit crappy today. Hopefully, it's short term. This. Good morning. Well, it is the following day, and where are you? I can hear you asking. Well, I'm going to tell you. We are in a town called Thornton Cleveleys, which is predominantly where we lived before leaving for Australia. We're about 5 miles outside of Blackpool, and we're in Lancashire, which is about an hour south of the Lake District. Everybody seems to know the Lake District. So yesterday everything went well. The flight is long, it is a little bit boring, but it all went fine. The second flight, which is the shorter one, did seem a bit long because as you've seen, the plane was a lot busier. But anyway, excuse me. So we spent the night last night at my brother's house here. Son's making that a little bit awkward to see, but this is his place. He's actually not staying here at the moment, but that's a long and boring story. So we've got the place to ourselves. He, like us, is a motorhomer, and this is actually his second car that he's lent us, which is very nice of him. We've got a house to ourselves and a car to drive around in, so all is well. It's a little bit of a miserable day today, but we're going to go into our local town, and I'll show you around there initially, and then as the days progress we will travel a little bit further around and show you some more. But this is predominantly where Angie and I met, this town, when we were 18, and we lived around these streets, these local streets. In fact, we'll show you where we lived and such like as we're travelling around. We had how many houses did we have? We had 3 houses here. So yeah, we'll show you. They're all within 2 minutes drive of each other. So that's how boring we were. So when we decided to move, we thought, I'll tell you what, let's move to the other side of the world. So anyway, we're going to make a move shortly, get out and about. It's a little bit chilly, although it's dry, which is good. So we're going to go into Cleveleys now and have a little wander around Cleveleys, which is where we had our business. So my brother has taken over that business, so we'll show you where that was as well. So yeah, come along for the ride. Oh, by the way, just before I forget, one thing I didn't mention particularly in the last bit of the video was the food on the planes. That always seems to be a bit of a topic of conversation. I quite like the food on planes. It kind of gives you something to do, doesn't it? But we actually had 4 meals. We got 3 meals on the first flight, which you can see here, and then on the second flight we got initially a little sandwich I didn't even take a photo of, and then another breakfast. So, and it was all good, to be fair. Can't really knock it, you know. It is what it is. It just occupies you for a bit, doesn't it? Gives you something to think about. Okay, so we've just arrived in Cleveleys. This is the main street, which is where we lived, and this is what used to be our business. It's now my brother's. It's basically the whole block apart from this one little shop here, but Cleveleys Carpet Centre used to be ours. And this is the main road in Cleveleys, which you're just going to have a little bit of a wander down. And in actual fact, by pure chance, look at this person here. This, would you believe, is my mum. Fancy that. Angie, as you can see, has decided to take no chances.
It's a very chilly breeze.
It is. We've forgot what it's like to have this biting cold wind, haven't we?
An icy
it's just
wind,
a breeze,
isn't it?
but it's bloody cold. We're not used to it. So a lot of the businesses in this area have changed in the last few years.
Pizza
A lot of it's very different now. This place here was our main competition when we were working here, when we had the carpet shop. Obviously not the best day, but at least it's not raining.
At the minute.
So we lived in and around this area from when we met at 18 to leaving at 41, weren't we? when we left.
Oh, look at that. Another bar.
Backstage, yeah, there's a lot of bars creeping in Cleveleys now. Yeah, it used to be very much a retirement area, this town, but it's changing a bit. It's getting to be a little bit more geared towards the younger end, isn't it? Which is interesting. So our West Australian viewers and a lot of Australia generally will possibly notice that almost all of these shops are all independents. There's very little franchising, apart from the big boys like KFC and McDonald's and such like that. There's very little franchising in the UK, where it's nearly all franchises and big national companies in Australia. So yeah, it's very, very different. Almost all the banks here have closed down and most have been turned into bars and such like, which I never would have thought would have happened in Cleveleys, but it did, or it has. So there is a tram system in Blackpool and Cleveleys. It runs right up the coast.
From Fleetwood
right down,
Blackpool.
Yeah. You don't really come across many tram systems these days, do you? I'm not sure what these little knitted hats are all about.
No, it's nearly poppy day.
Ah, yeah.
They've knitted poppies. Oh, they've even got Specsavers here. Go and pick your glasses up.
Specsavers, I don't think they'll deliver them over here, babe.
By the time they get here, will have gone home.
I just got an email this morning to say my new specs have arrived in. I can go and collect them, but I don't think I can collect them from that branch. Beans Bakers is still there. Oh. That baker's there's been there donkey's years, and they do really nice meat and potato pies.
They did our wedding cake, didn't they?
They might have done, actually. Yeah, they might have done.
I think so.
So it's a bit like going back in time for me and Angie coming down here. I know it's not the most exciting thing to be showing you, but at least it gives you a bit of an idea where we come from, and
the kids will want to see
what have
it.
you. And yeah, to be honest, a lot of the videos that we do are really for our own benefit and the kids and the family. So you know, it's up to you if you want to watch them. What's this?
Coffee bar.
Oh yeah, big coffee bar. Yeah. It's amazing how places change, isn't it, over the years? Not always for the better. And the interesting thing that we notice, because there's usually a good few years in between our trips back here, is that the property doesn't get maintained, does it? They don't tend to look after the property, which is a shame. New things appear and they come and they go, but
Cheese and
a lot of
wine
existing
bar.
Businesses. The Regal Hotel there, you know, I mean, it's desperately needing a coat of paint. And
Cheese and wine bar,
you know,
Corkscrew.
What you see, Corkscrew.
What was that?
That's new.
Yeah.
A lot of this is new, babe, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Oh, rain's coming.
Yeah,
Home
there's rain in the
We're
air.
looking at home bargains, but it rains if you want.
Oh, should we go and have a look? See, they got the sponges.
Sponges.
There's a particular kind of
tissues.
sponge that we like. Show you
No
if they've got
tissue
them.
boxes.
Okay. Now, if you didn't think we were weirdos before, you definitely will now. Check this out. We've just bought a load of sponges. Artificial sponges. Why have you bought a load of artificial sponges, Angie?
Because you can't get them at home.
Because they're our favourite sponges. They're super cheap, but they're really good, and we cannot find them anywhere in Australia. So every time we come back, we stock up, we get a load. This is just the first trip. We'll probably get some more next time we come. I might even get a big cardboard box and fill it full of sponges and post it back home.
That is silly.
We'll see. The 69 pence. So that's, what's that?
3 sponges for that.
What is it? About $1.40, something like that, for 3 sponges, and they're really good. We just like them.
It's about $3 for one crappy one at home.
Yeah, it's like, Okay. Heading back.
Oh, nail and spa places are coming in like they are over there.
It started raining, but it's eased off a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's stopped again
So
now.
before it gets us, we're going to go back and get a bit of lunch. And then I think you want to go and have a cuppa with your mum, don't you?
Yeah.
And then we're going this afternoon to see some friends of ours that we've not seen for several years, Dave and Debbie.
It's bigger
There's
than
another
Bolton
bar,
now
the
for
Vault.
bars, isn't it?
That wasn't there last time. It's all exactly the same but completely different, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's weird, very strange. When you've spent such a lot of time in a town. It's odd when you come back after a few years and a lot's changed. Oh, Mr. Fredericks has gone. It used to be a mate of mine owned that shop. It was called Mr. Fredericks. No longer.
Did he not die?
Yeah, unfortunately he died, but his son was carried on running it. Mustn't have worked.
Obviously not.
A bit more outdoor dining. I can't imagine that there's much of the year when you want to sit outside and dine. I mean, the weather's not that conducive a lot of the time, isn't it?
Not that I remember.
Woo-hoo. Trendy barbers there. This is all, there's almost none of these are original.
Frilly Pig Bistro.
But again, all independents.
Vape shop. Thought they were illegal.
Yeah, I did actually. Entwistle Green. I think we've bought and sold houses through them, haven't we?
Yeah.
In the past. This shop on the corner here, Nitro's, used to be a big card shop, and the guy that owned that card shop actually bought the house that we sold when we went to when we decided to move to Australia. He bought our house. It's no longer his shop, it's now changed, so I don't know what happened there.
Unless it is, and now he's selling ice cream.
Maybe, who knows. And this place here, Wetherspoons, these seem to be all over the UK now. The massive big chain, very popular, cheap food, cheap booze, I think. But that was there the last time we came a few years ago, but not when we lived here. It's kind of nice that things change, but a little bit sad as well somehow. Oh, this used to be Smythe's auction house, didn't it? It's gone now, yeah. BM Furniture. And there's houses at the back there, babe.
Oh my God, they were warehouses.
Wow, I'm going to have a look down here, because when we had the shop over the road there, Cleveleys Carpet Centre, this little back alley just had some warehouses in, and we owned two of them. Are they gone, or are they? I know, some of them are still there. Yes, they're still there. I can't even remember what happened to them, but a couple of them down the end there, where that Style Carpets van used to be our warehouses for storing stock. And now there's a couple of houses squeezed in there. How weird. What's really weird, you know, Angie, is all this has changed and we don't look any different.
I wish.
We're exactly the same, aren't we?
No, we're not. We're nearly 20 years older. So they got rid of a competition over there, look. Thai and kebab now instead of
Thai and
kebab.
Pie. Yeah, that used to be a carpet shop there, those two. Wow, amazing. So that place there was most of our working life, really. Yeah. Apart from what we did in Australia, pretty much I left school and worked here. And then as my parents retired, me and my brother bought it, and it's a long story. Right, okay, let's get over to your mum's for a cuppa, shall we? Okay, so we've just arrived at Angie's mum's house for a cup of tea, and there is Angie's mum. Can you see the resemblance? Who am I talking to? I'm talking to the rest of the world, Pat. This is going on our YouTube.
Do you know what?
So
Just rang me.
turn round, Angie. Look at the resemblance. Can you see the resemblance? Let's see if you can make a decent cup of tea, shall we? Okay, so I said I'd show you where we lived. Well, this was our first ever house. And there you go, 98 Mayfield Avenue. We bought that house 38 years ago. It looked a little bit different than it does now, because it's now got nice plastic UPVC windows in, and it didn't have then, it had old timber windows. But that was a 3-bedroom semi, and we had that garage built and a little wall in between, and we was absolutely made up with that. To actually have your own house, wonderful. Angie will probably remember, we bought that house and we worked on it every night and every weekend, absolutely solidly. How long did we have that house before we moved in? because
we
it
bought
was.
it in July.
Yeah, but it was so many weeks that we worked on it absolutely solidly, and by the time we moved in, we'd painted every wall, recarpeted every floor, we'd done everything right through
Bought
the
it
whole
on the
house.
8th of July, 'cause
Oh,
I
she's got a
started
better
work
memory
on
than
the
me.
6th. Well, I
But-
started civil service on the 6th.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Got
yeah.
keys on the Wednesday.
I was just making the point that we gutted the whole house before we moved in, before we got
moved
married,
in
didn't
in
we?
October,
Yeah.
after we got married.
We got married the day after my 21st, and an interesting little story is that we went out the night before with all the parents and everything, and at the pub that we went to, they played. It was my birthday and I was 21, so they played 21 Today. They played I'm Getting Married in the Morning. They played Happy Birthday, didn't they?
And me and Mrs. Jones.
And me and Mrs. Jones. They played 4 songs that was all very relevant. Anyway, right, okay, so that was our first house. There you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
That 8th of July, 84.
38 years ago. Don't look old enough, do we?
No.
You don't need to answer that. Okay, so we've just made the huge drive about 150 metres around the corner, and this is our second house. We lived in the first one for about 4 years. This one we lived in for about 11 years. This is 48 Pheasantswood Drive. Now when we had it, there was a conventional garage just here, and they've converted that into another room, and they've put the UPVC brown double glazing in, and I used to have this lawn absolutely immaculate. So they're not gardeners for certain. Lovely big back garden, this house. But this is the house that our daughters were born into. And yeah, 11 years we lived there, and it was a nice house. That it was for our age. That was to have a nice detached house. That was we were doing all right. But yeah, it was a nice house, wasn't it? Both the girls were born into there, weren't they?
Yep.
Yeah. So that was our second one. One more to show you. Okay, so this is the last house that we owned in the UK, and it is that one there, 206 West Drive. And this was a lovely house. We lived here for about 5 years, and we built a massive double garage at the back there, which you can just about see the top of. We put the gates on, and we did a load of work in here. We actually did 3 extensions to this house, so by the time we left, it was absolutely spot on. That was the girls' bedroom up there. This was a little office we had built. We did a load of work to it, and yeah, it was a lovely house. And when we sold that, it was actually a lottery winner that bought it off us, believe it or not. And he was the guy I mentioned earlier in the video that owned the card shop. But yeah, that was, by UK standards, internally, that was a lovely house. We had it really nice. Okay, so on that note, I think we'll draw this video to an end. I hope it's been of interest, and it's been a bit different than our normal vids. This is not what we kind of normally do, but at the end of the day, it's travel, isn't it? We've come back, yeah, well, it's memories for us, yeah. But you know, we've come back to the UK on a trip or / tour, so it's easy for us to show you some stuff, and there'll be a few more videos while we're here. We're here for a little while yet. But if you've enjoyed this, hopefully, you know, I mean, if you're new to the channel and you've just found us because of this video, check out some of our other stuff. We've ridden from one side of Australia to the other on a motorbike. We've also just finished an 8-month tour in our motorhome where we've been all around the east coast of Australia. So we've got loads of interesting stuff in older videos. So feel free to go back and have a look at some of our other gear. Anyway, we'll be back probably next week with something else from around this area. Don't know exactly what it's going to be. We only ever work day to day. But as I say, hope you've enjoyed it, and see you in the next one. Bye. Bye for now.